Once you have gained commitment from your customer, there are two more steps in the Action Selling CRP process.
Confirm the commitment and replay the interaction.
In Act 8, Confirm the Commitment, our purpose is to relieve any residual fears, uncertainty, and doubts that the customer may have. Whether it's a commitment to talk with you again, agree to a customer satisfaction level, make a referral, or purchase an upgrade. Once a customer makes a commitment to you, there is usually something remaining in their minds, which is commonly called buyer's remorse. Our objective in Act 8 is to reduce or eliminate buyer's remorse and help the customer feel good about the decision they have just made.
3 things are necessary to confirm the commitment. Assure the customer that their decision is correct. Tell the customer that you appreciate their business. And schedule or recommend a future event or activity that will become your customer's focus instead of the decision they just made. Confirming the commitment helps ensure that your customer's decision will not get reversed after your conversation is over. And by helping the customer feel more positive about their decision, they will feel great about you and your company. Now let's take a look at how easy this step is to complete.
Well, Carol, I'm sure you'll be very happy with our consulting services. I know from experience that we'll perform up to and beyond your expectations. Thank you very much for your confidence in us. We really appreciate your business. Let's set up an initial meeting for Monday the 8th. Our team will arrive at 10 a.m. I'll be here shortly after to make sure everything is going smoothly.
10 a.m. on the 8th works for me. Thank you, Christine. I'm excited to work with you on this project.
Confirming the commitment is a very easy step and one of the most rewarding. It goes a long way to ensuring your customer stays committed, and it helps to build a good foundation for the customer relationship. Now that you have successfully confirmed the commitment, there is one last step that is intended solely for your benefit. It's a step that has perhaps the most value to improving your CRP skills throughout your career. This is the step that really separates the professionals from amateurs. It's called Act 9, Replay the Interaction.
By replaying the interaction immediately after it is complete, you have a tremendous opportunity for self-feedback and professional growth. Here is where continual learning takes place. Act 9 helps you grow in your professional career and reinforces everything you've learned in this program. Replaying the interaction needs to become a habit. Whether or not you've been successful, you can learn from every customer conversation.
It should become automatic, like putting on your seatbelt every time you get into your car. Let's take a look at how replaying the interaction can help you learn and become a more effective customer relationship professional.
All right, I did it. Bob sure was a challenge. He really knows his business. This is great. I can't wait to tell my boss about this one. I can see it now. Gina Stevens, CRP of the Year.
Gina, shouldn't you invest a couple of minutes to replay your interaction before you get too caught up on patting yourself on the back? Well, I know you did a great job, but let's review how you did it before you forget. Think about what you did right during the conversation and some of the things you could improve on. Why don't you take a couple of minutes and ask yourself some questions?
Yes, you're right. Success is a great feeling, but I should think about what it was that got me here so I can repeat this performance. Okay, let's see. My commitment objective. Well, I've been working with Bob for about 3 months now, and he has become a good customer for some of our equipment. Today's commitment objective was to gain agreement on the purchase of a new line of equipment that replaces his current system. I've used my people skills to help build a good relationship with Bob. So, Bob, I understand that you like to golf.
Sure, my wife's not as much of a golfer as I am, but yeah, I get out when I can.
Oh, me and my husband golf.
Yeah, we shoot...
Through questioning, I determined, among other things, my assumption that Bob could use an upgrade to his equipment was correct. So tell me about your production facilities here, Bob. What area would you like most to improve?
Well, just before you called, my operator was complaining about that old unit that we thought
He
was
brought
under
up his
warranty.
need for upgraded equipment right away. I made a note of that and continued my questioning. Later, I confirmed his need. So, as I understand it, Bob, you're looking for increased reliability, more consistent quality, and compatibility with your present system. Is that correct?
Yes, that sounds like what we want to achieve.
I wanted to make sure to reinforce his impression of my company. We've been doing a great job servicing his system. This would be his first major equipment upgrade. I know you've been pleased with our service, but you may not be aware of the technical advantages of our new line of equipment. Our branch right here in town has excellent technical support. In fact, we have the most. Bob was impressed that service for his new equipment was just a phone call away. This is our big advantage over the lower-priced online outfits. I had 2 TFBRs prepared for the new equipment. I plan to present one of them during Act 6. You mentioned you would like more consistent quality. This system has dramatically improved technology over your current product. It will provide a far more consistent level of quality than your old unit. Due to this, your production facility will experience fewer breakdowns, reduced energy cost, and minimize the need to stock spare parts. This would really help, wouldn't it?
That's exactly what I need.
I could see the sparkle in Bob's eye. He wanted the new equipment. I felt it was time to ask for a commitment. I can see you're impressed with the new technology. It's compatible with your present system, and it gives you the consistent quality you need. Your investment in this upgrade to your system would be $3,500. What's your opinion about what we have discussed, Bob?
It would certainly be an improvement over our old system.
Would you like to go ahead with this? I thought I had him sold for sure, but...
I would like to think this over for a while. Could you call me in a couple of days?
A stall. He wasn't quite sold yet. Good thing I had a TFBR in reserve. I understand, Bob. You liked the fact that it was good I didn't challenge his stall. I simply gave him the TFBR about how the components of the new system were non-corrosive, and I discovered he really had no specific objections. How do you see that helping you, Bob?
Well, we've had a lot of challenges with that. My staff complains about it often. With the new Sealess system, that would really help.
That's right. Would you like to go ahead with getting the upgraded equipment?
Sure, let's get it.
Well, you've made an excellent choice. This is a great solution to the problems you've been having. Let's schedule installation for, say, Monday the 9th, if that's okay. The installers could be there at 9, and I'll give you a call around 10 to make sure everything is going smoothly. Does that sound good?
Yes, that would be just fine.
Bingo! Now, let's see. What would I consider to be the thing I did best during this customer interaction? I think it was the way I handled the stall. A few months ago, I would have accepted it and gone away empty-handed, or have gotten flustered and challenged it. On the other hand, I may have rushed Act 3. I was so excited he brought up the need for the upgrade, I may have missed the opportunity to uncover needs for an extended warranty for it. Overall, though, mission accomplished. That was fun. Now, let's get back to work and do this again.
Well, there you have it. Gina has replayed her interaction and reinforced to herself how the action selling CRP principles helped her achieve success. The action selling CRP process will help you become a more efficient customer relationship professional because it is a process and not just a bag of tricks or techniques.
It is a philosophy of customer communications that stresses the things professionals do that the amateurs don't. It begins with developing a positive relationship with your customers that is based on understanding their decision-making process and their needs. Using the action selling CRP principles, you help customers identify and solve their needs, so everybody wins.
To be a professional at anything, you must practice, practice, practice. You should begin to use the action selling CRP process immediately, and you should always replay the interaction. Soon, it'll become second nature to you, and you will have become a more effective customer relationship professional.
We mentioned that by learning Action Selling CRP, you and your team would develop a common language. Let's take a look at some of the words and concepts you can now use to discuss your CRP process.
The 5 customer decisions.
Acts 1 through 9.
The questions funnel.
End user, specialist, and ultimate decision maker.
Open-ended questions.
The best questions map.
Commitment objective.
Broad and specific questions.
Leverage questions.
Act 4, agree on need.
Differentiated questions.
Backtracking benefits.
Act 5, positive company statement.
TFBR.
Confirm the commitment.
Stall versus objection.
Gaining commitment.
And my favorite, replay the customer interaction. You should be comfortable with all of these concepts by now, and as you begin to use them every day, they will become your customer communications language.
We can't stress enough the importance of reinforcement. When you review Action Selling CRP by replaying each of your customer interactions with your manager or by yourself, the reinforcement you receive is the key to building your skills throughout your career as a customer relationship professional.
We've enjoyed presenting the Action Selling CRP workshop, and we're sure you'll enjoy success as you use Action Selling CRP as your professional's guide to effectively manage the customer communications process.